Buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride as we react to crazy news stories from around the world, from a group of doctors who ate Lego heads for science to a redneck that found out the hard way that his doctor didn't like him. Find out why next.
Joe Deerte.
Welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast. Coming at you still from the new Local 218 studios. I am Mayor Dave Badeaux of the city of Brainerd, and with me, as always, is my brother.
This episode contains frequent and mildly graphic mentions of poop.
That's what we're going with this time. Des Flutin' Dootin' in the new studio was really good, but I think we've fluted it up enough. Still hilarious. I think we do have to just mention real quick because that was that's Ocarina of Time.
Yes,
the German title for Ocarina of Time. Just a quick little bit of business for next.
Very challenging game.
We'll get you going. For next week, there is a movie from the 90s for our Be Kind Rewind 1990s edition. There's a movie from 1990 that has a fantastic foreign name. So we'll just give you a little hint that that's coming up next week. Anyways, moving on from you, Gabriel Johnson.
Dave, how are you?
I'm good. It sounds like it might be echoey in here, but we'll find out what happens.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Yeah, life is going pretty good otherwise.
Life is great to have.
We appreciate having you. And then with us this week, once again, probably for the last time for like 6 months.
It's going to be a while from here.
It'll be a while.
It'll be a while.
And then it will have been a while.
Then it will have been. So see you guys next fall.
Justin Goebel, how are you?
Loving the new digs, man.
It's pretty sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, nice area.
Have you looked at the blue lights yet? Have you blinded yourself?
I have not looked down. I'm proceed with caution.
If I give you just one word of advice in our entire friendship is just don't look down.
Don't look at the light.
Don't look at the light. Scott's half of his face is still blue already.
Oh yeah, so is
I'm
his.
sure mine is, yeah.
So is his. Looks awful.
The opposite half.
Yeah, but then last
It's my left side. No, my right side.
Is that how that works? We tried turning the lights off last week, and I just don't like the way it looks without the lights. So you guys,
I like the blue.
Sorry, you're going to get blinded. Anyways, it's that time. Don't tell Scotty. He does the news.
6 doctors swallowed Lego heads for science. Here's what came out.
This makes complete sense.
I'm going to guess Lego heads.
Lego heads. I hope that they came out with a frowny face.
It's just a new mustache.
Oh, no.
Before we begin reading here, there's an editor's note that says, this episode contains frequent and mildly graphic mentions of poop. It may cause giggles in children and certain adults.
Well, you found us.
Target market.
For sure, the target market.
When Dr. Andy Tagg was a toddler, he swallowed a Lego piece. Actually, 2 stuck together. I thought, well, just put it in your mouth and try to get your teeth between the little pieces, he said.
Okay.
The next thing he knew, it went down the hatch.
Okay.
As an emergency physician at Western Health in Melbourne, Australia, Andy says he meets a lot of anxious parents whose children succumbed to this impulse. The vast majority of kids, like Andy, simply pass the object through their stool within a day or so. Still, Andy wondered whether there was a way to spare parents from needless worry.
This sounds like a Pixar movie in the making. Like, oh, there's a whole world inside your gut. That's what happens when you swallow the freaking Lego head.
Well, the Magic School Bus already did this.
Yeah, what did we learn from them?
Don't swallow.
It goes out the other end.
Oh, okay.
It makes its way through.
If that episode doesn't end with just a tunnel that it just has a nice iris opening of light, you have failed.
Did you ever watch the show Yes, Dear?
Yeah, I did watch it, but I don't remember any.
I don't expect you to remember this, but it's a pretty funny show. But there was one where the parents are like potty training their kid, and so they put in a movie potty training thing.
Yep.
And it's just an animated whatever. And at one point, the child bends over, and the camera just goes right up the kid's butthole.
Let's not.
And the parents in the show are made mildly uncomfortable, at least, to say the least.
And the audience is made very uncomfortable.
It was funny.
That sounds about right for Hollywood. Next.
Wow. Okay. Sure, you can reassure parents one by one that they probably don't need to come to the emergency room, or worse yet, dig through their kid's poop in search of the everyday object. But Andy and 5 other pediatricians wondered, is there a way to get this message out?
Oh my God.
Through science?
This isn't science. This is a publicity stunt. That's not science.
I ate a Lego and ate it out.
That took 2 days.
Ta-da!
Yes, the 6 doctors devised an experiment and published the results. Each of them swallowed a Lego head. They wanted to basically see how long it took to swallow and excrete a plastic toy. The study excluded 3 criteria. 1, a previous gastrointestinal surgery.
Okay.
2, the inability to ingest foreign objects. Which
What's that?
I'd like to dig into that a little further.
That's how you become a doctor. Listen, I'm having a lot of problems with foreign objects. Can't get it done. I think I should go to medical school.
Or 3, an aversion to searching through fecal matter.
Well, yes, of course.
Who would have an aversion?
Yeah.
That's just a simple question, and if the person says, no, I don't want to do that, well, that's an aversion.
Yeah, you're out.
You are canceled.
Do you want to dig through your own poop?
And for multiple days, not just do you want to dig through your poop once.
Yeah, right. It's going to be every time.
It's science.
You can't miss it.
No, you got to keep going.
Researchers then measured the time it took for the gulped Lego heads to be passed. The time interval was given a found and retrieved time, or fart score. Come on, that's awesome. Come on. These guys, that's the whole reason they did this study, was that they could put a fart score on something.
I don't even think they did this study. I think they're full of shit.
Oh, found and retrieved.
Somebody
score.
There are worse things that have happened that doctors have. I should say there are less things that have happened that doctors have lost their license for. You need to revoke these licenses immediately.
No, you need to promote these people with additional licenses.
Yeah.
You need to at least put air quotes around doctor.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Now, they did put air quotes around aversion to searching through fecal matter.
Hey, Bob, what are you doing for the next 5 days?
Digging through.
Who's shit, though?
Eating Legos.
Oh, your own? No.
Just one Lego head.
That's the biggest problem because
I would eat more Legos.
yeah, unless it's like corn and you just get lucky and it's sticking out the side of the turd, man. You got to go find that thing.
Yeah,
Sounds
no.
like you have an aversion
Yeah.
through fecal matter.
Personally, do I actually do?
You're not even ashamed of it, are you?
I got a really sad story from this morning. So Callie had to take the kids to the dentist, and so they were both home from school, and they're just recently potty trained. So the one's 3 years old, and Callie went in and took a shower. I was getting ready, and all of a sudden I come downstairs, and Rowan just looks at me and goes, he needs help. And I go in there and he's crying. He took a shit and has been sitting on the toilet waiting for somebody to wipe his butt for like 15 minutes.
Oh, no.
And he's just got tears running down his eyes.
He wants to go.
But then at the same time, he would not let me wipe his butt. Even at that state where he's saying his legs hurt, he does not. He wants his mom. And mom will wipe my butt. Dude, come on. You've been sitting there for 15 minutes. Mom's in the shower.
Well, good on you.
Throw him in there with her.
Poor freaking guy. Just tears running down his face. Traumatized now for the rest of his life.
It's good to have sons who want to wipe their butt. I guess.
Yeah. I did the.
I have the opposite.
Oh, really?
This one,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, they just shit and keep moving.
A fellow chucker, eh?
Yeah, you should probably get that figured out.
Oh, I got a great idea. Have them play the Lego game.
Yeah. Find
Find the Lego.
First one, what's your fart score?
Jesus Christ!
Go tell your friends.
Where is this from? Did you say California? You said Berkeley, didn't you?
I think it was Melbourne.
Melbourne,
Australia.
Oh, Australia. I guess when I think of shit, I think of Berkeley.
Yeah.
Immediately go California.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. All right. Interesting.
So are you
there's
gonna
that.
tell us the fart scores or not?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
No, they don't. They didn't tell me their fart scores.
Well, you have to buy the book. You can't just get that information for
JSTOR
free.
can't just give
That's
you
really what
an article.
That's all I
You
want
have
now
to
is I want to
pay
know the
for
fart
it.
scores.
Yeah, it says they wanted to raise awareness about a few types of objects that are, in fact, hazardous to kids if swallowed. So
Yeah,
the Lego's
magnets.
not hazardous.
No.
You'll pass it in a couple days.
magnets.
But things like the button batteries, like watch batteries,
Yeah, that's
like
a bad
those,
idea.
those will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll burn through your esophagus in a couple hours.
Are you
Apparently,
serious?
that's what this says.
Why do we still have them then? Let's figure out
Well, because
something
you don't
better.
eat 'em.
They're batteries.
I understand that. Let's figure out a better solution than having those. I don't, because kids will do that. My son ate 4 tires off of a freaking Hot
Lego?
Wheels. No, a Hot Wheel car. They just and it wasn't in one sitting.
Okay, and what was his fart score?
You know,
Did you dig through the fecal
Yeah.
matter?
no, I have an aversion to digging through my son's poop. I just let it go. You know what? Those tires are gone.
You're gonna have a bad time.
All right, next.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty good.
BC, man. That's British Columbia,
Yes, yes.
Justin.
I got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Or a really,
Canada.
or a really old dude.
Sure. BC man, shocked to discover that his health file described him as a redneck hick.
It's like going to the bar.
His health file.
on his medical file.
That's how
I
the
would-
doctors described him.
If I looked up my medical records and saw that, I would be shocked.
Yeah.
For you, I would be too.
Although probably shouldn't be.
It does say a lot, though. Like that, it's very descriptive as to a lot of your health problems.
Do you listen to Tom Segura?
Every once in a while,
I
yes,
Love
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a bit about his doctor. Who's just always talking on him. And on his medical file, the doctor asked him, says something about him being married. He goes, "Oh, I thought you were gay." And he said, "Nope, I'm married." And he goes, "Oh, I thought you were gay." And he grabs his medical file and he just wrote "gay?" question mark on it. Like, on my medical file that other doctors will see, this gay question mark.
Maybe.
Does anyone have any further information on this?
Anyways, interior health has.
Except the cookies, Scott.
Sorry. Jeez.
You love to
he was
look
angered
at
by
his
it.
phone while he reads stuff.
He was not having it
The
either.
whole time.
Just accept him.
Yeah, or when so he yells at him for having too many emails. He the other day just starts laughing before he can read the article. We're gonna have to separate you two. Anyways, continue.
Interior health has confirmed the complaint.
Okay.
Said it is currently under investigation.
Yeah.
So, a Merritt, BC man says he was shocked to discover that notes from his physiotherapist in his official workers' compensation file used derogatory comments to describe him and his injuries.
Oh, that sounds like a lawsuit against your employer as well. Somehow you can get them roped into that.
It's an unfair labor practice
Yeah,
to
it's
label
true.
people as redneck hicks.
Sure sounds like it.
Well,
Wait a minute. That's derogatory?
No, it.
I was surprised to hear derogatory because it's like, well, that's just a description.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
descriptive.
I might be a
just a
redneck
person.
hick. I don't know. It just is what it is.
Probably.
okay.
Maybe
Well,
you could call him a spoon face.
Robert Monroe hurt his back in December while on the job delivering furniture. He filed a WorkSafe BC claim and ended up in physiotherapy. But while reviewing his WorkSafe BC file, he came across comments referring to him as a redneck hick to death and an uneducated, massive redneck pussy.
Whoa.
So you're a hick to death and you're a pussy?
A massive redneck pussy.
Oh man.
This
Claimed-
guy is
claimed he
not
was
vaccinated.
Playing the system.
Oh, my back. Oh.
You are
Pussy.
a massive redneck pussy.
Man, that's awesome.
So is he a massive redneck who's also a pussy, or is he a massive pussy that's a redneck?
I'm good. That whole thing really puts you into like a very specific category.
Yeah?
Like I have a pretty
does.
good idea of who you are.
How
but
big do you think his pickup truck is, though?
the pickup truck is big, but he weighs about 115 pounds soaking wet. For sure. For sure.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. That's I will admit that guy has a legitimate complaint.
The doctor, massive redneck pussy.
That's a huge bitch.
He said the physiotherapist was really nice right up front. He said it made him feel uncomfortable about returning to that physiotherapist for care.
Imagine that.
What a pussy.
Yeah.
Fucking living right up to your own chart.
Yeah, sounds like they had him pegged.
I want to see what other charts this doctor's written out for people.
Wait. Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's not the first time.
Oh, no way.
You don't just accidentally write that one time.
And
So
get
the
caught.
fart doctors deserve accreditation. This doctor?
Yeah. This guy should have to search through poop.
Yeah, he should be the one finding the fart
You
score.
can't say like, oh, I don't want to go back to that guy. You go back to that fucking doctor and you circle it and go, what's this all about?
What does this mean?
Yeah.
What's this all about right here?
Yeah, what kind of diagnosis is that?
I'm not massive at all, by the way.
I am quite diminutive.
Nor do I have a vagina. Oh, man.
You should know that. You're a doctor.
Oh, that's freaking unbelievable. Yeah, okay.
Yes. Monroe says he would like an apology from the physiotherapist. Beyond that, he said he's still too angry to know how he wants the situation
What a
to be
pussy.
rectified.
He knows damn well how he wants this rectified. You want cash. You
Yeah,
want
give me,
cash
give
stacks.
me some money.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay for that.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's an easy one.
$1,000.
Yes.
That's an easy
Exactly.
one. It's like open your wallet. I'll take your freaking library card. Unbelievable. I kind of like it. That's actually a really good fucking story.
Except I feel bad
agree.
for that guy.
I don't feel that bad for him. I really don't, because he sounds like a massive redneck pussy.
You're right.
So I don't feel that bad for him, but he does have a legitimate complaint. I'll accept.
There's a reason a doctor wrote that about him.
Yeah, I'll accept.
You know,
it.
so
Yeah, in his professional opinion,
Yes,
he
this
probably
guy's a fucking pussy.
probably shouldn't have wrote it, but you
a
know,
massive one, just a massive one. If I've learned anything over the last couple of years, it's trust the doctors. So this man's telling me
They
the
know what
truth.
they're talking.
Yeah, they do. Trust the science.
Going to your butts.
An Arizona man
Uh-oh.
shocked to find out his mother's donated body was strapped to a chair and detonated in U.S. military blast testing.
damn.
Well, if you donate your body,
Yeah, you kinda
it
let 'em do
may be part of a blast test.
Yeah, you're letting them do what they want with it.
Well, his mom.
I don't even know what I'm literally speechless. I'm never speechless. I have so many fucking questions about that. And evidently, I'm really happy to use the F word today. All right, continue.
Achoo.
The Arizona Body Donation Center, where FBI agents discovered a woman's head sewn onto a male body like Frankenstein, also sold an elderly woman's corpse to the U.S. Army to be blown up in a blast testing experiment.
Are they biologists?
It seems like they just took a piece of tape and wrote donation over the word detonation. And then you just checked that box. It's like, oh, no. This was actually the detonation center.
Well, he definitely checked no on the
Blow my
mom up.
Yeah. Well,
box.
did she, though? Because if she donated her body to science.
Hey, it's her body. Would that be a checkbox on the body donation form? Like, can we blow you up?
If it is just that you are like, I'm an organ donor and take my body for science, and then they just decide what to do with it and can do whatever they want, that's also very messed up.
Well, this guy says there was actually wording on this paperwork about performing this stuff, performing these medical tests that may involve explosions. And we said no. We checked the no box
Okay.
on
Oh,
all
They
that.
do
All
have
right.
the no box. Okay.
Oh, must have been a smudge.
He didn't fill it in all the way.
That's the
Didn't use a number
There's a
2
hanging
pencil.
Chad.
Yeah, afterwards, a hanging Carol right over there from that little chunk of the fence.
So Jim Stauffer donated his mother's body to the Biological Resource Center in Maricopa County. in 2013 after she died at the age of 74. She suffered from Alzheimer's during the final years of her life. Doctors believed the disease may have mutated as she did not have the usual Alzheimer's gene, and they hoped to study her brain after death.
And so instead, they blew it up.
After neurologists said they could not accept the body, Jim Stauffer donated it to the BRC in the hopes her brain could still be used for scientific research.
Blow it up.
It was used for it.
We got another one, boys. Strap it to the chair.
Several days later, he received a wooden box containing his mother's ashes. He was never told how his mother's body had been used at the center. Just several days later.
Just someone walking around with a coffee can collecting it as they fall back down.
Oh, there's some.
Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Get a net.
Oh my God.
In a net? Net won't catch ashes. Go right through it.
Jesus Christ. Another gentleman with a legitimate complaint.
He's probably right. If he checked the don't blow mom up.
Don't blow my mom up. And then just several days later, not a very long time.
They immediately blew her up.
Yeah.
It happened right away.
This guy said no. Yeah, he didn't mean it.
You know, send her some ashes. We'll never know.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Oh, unbelievable.
Years later, Reuters report revealed that her brain was never used for Alzheimer's research.
Huh, you don't
Instead,
say.
the body
Because they blew it up.
Instead, the body was sold off to the U.S. Army so it could be used as part of an experiment to measure damage caused by roadside bombs. She was then supposedly strapped in a chair on some sort of apparatus, and a detonation took place underneath her to basically kind of get an idea of what the human body goes through when a vehicle is hit by an IED.
I think they have a lot of that research available to them in Iraq and Afghanistan, no?
Like real world experiments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think those are experiments.
Well,
No,
they're not
I know they're not.
experiments,
They're
but
not.
it's
I think
data.
they are experiments.
But it's data, yeah.
Real life data. Jesus. Did they find a Lego? And any of
well,
the
they didn't have any.
They were sold for $5,000.
So hold
According to Reuters, at least 20 bodies donated to BRC were sold off to the Army for blast experiments without their families' consent. The bodies were sold for around $5,893.
This is
right? Give or take.
give or take.
93, 94.
You know, some were a little more, some were a little less.
I hope my mom was sold for more than that.
Yes.
Wow.
5,900.
Wow, that
nice
is
even number.
So she was donated
yeah,
and then sold for $6,000.
not quite.
No.
Not quite. Yeah, not quite. Well, give or take.
Yeah, right around
Right around.
5,893.
You know, right around that number.
Yeah, what is that? That's such a weird
Right around a very specific
to
number.
the dollar amount.
And immediately blown up. With
Yeah, within
days
days.
later.
So what did they?
Days.
Did they go find all the parts that were blown up, then cremate it, or
I think they caught it in the net.
well, but,
it didn't turn to ash when it exploded? I didn't think. Wouldn't think.
but then how did you study any of this then? So, because
High speed video
I
camera.
imagine there are sensors.
I don't know. I don't, this whole thing does not sound like there's a lot of sensors set around this body. It just sounds like it showed up. They're like, yeah, get a little.
Yeah, they gave it to some fucking
Yeah.
massive redneck pussies.
That had to have 50 grand sent around to buy some bodies.
Zip ties and duct taped to a freaking and the chair is what I'm now envisioning for the chair is those lawn chairs that have that weird like they're super freaking light and then have that cloth weaving on them. Yeah, they just set her on one of those. Let her rip.
Put a bomb underneath her.
Send it.
Put a bomb underneath her. Unbelievable. Because that's what happened over in Afghanistan.
Gotta
with
find
these
out about
roadside
Alzheimer's.
bombs.
Come on.
Turns out she can't remember shit.
Solutions.
The donation center is no longer operating.
Oh, imagine.
It was raided in 2014 by the FBI following accusations that it was selling donated bodies for profit.
But the FBI was buying the bodies.
Yes. Well,
The
government.
military was.
Yeah. The government.
So-
government
I
does
think you
what,
said the FBI.
government does whatever it wants,
And then investigates.
and then investigates once they get caught.
Says, hey, you shouldn't have done that. Well,
Wait
that
a
was you.
minute.
Yeah, we shouldn't have done that.
No, I don't know.
We looked into it and it's all good
We should
now.
get in trouble. Moving on.
Wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, it was during the 2014 raid. The agents made several horrific discoveries, including a woman's head sewn onto a male torso, dismembered limbs and heads strewn about, and a cooler filled with male genitalia.
That's a penis.
As
We're
of course-
back to the male genitalia.
As is, of course, the tradition.
If I know anything about a lab like that, it has genitalia in jars.
BRC's owner, Stephen Gore,
Yeah, of course.
pleaded guilty to illegal control of an enterprise in 2015 and is currently serving probation.
I think we could come up with a better title for what he did than illegal
Illegal
enterprise.
control of an enterprise.
Probably a little harsher crimes there
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. We should probably let people know what he actually did.
You want to create a crime of sewing women's heads on men's bodies?
Yes, I do.
I think
wouldn't that fall
that's
under the-
probably a
I
good thing to
do.
say. That's a crime.
Wouldn't that fall under the dismembering human corpse?
when he is booked, when he is being sent before the judge, while he is on trial, all of these things should have. Hey, by the way, sewing heads on
He's
bodies.
dismembering and sewing dead bodies. Not a bad idea.
Not that he just slightly operated a business, slightly left to center. No, he freaking literally is blowing people up and sewing bodies together.
At
And
the request of the government.
do you think that the genitalia came after the explosions? Do you think that
I think
was
it
like-
all came after the
Do you
explosion.
think
I
that
think
was
he,
a part
I think
of
he
the
blew
deal?
up a bunch of bodies and then started sewing them back together and couldn't
To sell more bodies. That's
yeah.
that's a good
Oh,
business.
that's actually, you know what? I take it back. That is just slightly crooked.
Yeah, like
Jackpot.
Recycling.
You can't just use it once and you're done. No, put it back together and let's do it again.
But save the cocks. Save the cocks.
Yeah,
though.
right.
Put the cock in a jar.
Yeah, in a cooler
In a cooler, yeah.
filled with male genitalia.
Okay, this is getting out of hand.
It's getting?
I think,
now it is.
I think it started pretty far out of hand. Okay, well, all right.
Legitimate complaint.
Legitimate complaints. That's number 3. We'll do it, number 3.
If I know anything about complaints, this one is legitimate. Is that what we're ending on with that one there? I think so.
Yeah,
I think that's the right spot to
call it
end. Justin, you don't have any freaking cocks in jars, do you?
None.
Okay, all right.
None.
I don't want to be too concerned, but I'm a little concerned.
You don't kind of worry about me. No, I'm good, bud.
Okay, so first of all, how do we get the ashes back? So we collect the body parts, then we cremate it, and then we. Do you actually
You
think,
deliver fake ash.
I was gonna
it's
say,
just it's not real.
These
Right?
aren't-
Whatever ashes you picked up off the ground.
This
Yeah.
guy
Wood
was
chips or-
illegally operating a business.
Come on.
You think he's delivering real ashes?
That are only of this guy's mother also?
Yeah.
It's probably random people's ashes.
Yeah,
If he even did it.
Ugh, that's crazy. That's a bunch of nonsense. Okay,
He's only cremating the parts he can't put back, sew back together.
Reuse.
Yeah.
Like the female genitalia.
Yeah. Burn those up. Can't do anything with those.
don't blow them up.
We'll blow them up and then burn them.
Unbelievable.
But the cock's in this cooler. Everything else over here.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but those are going to be good for something.
They're going to be
later.
around.
Beef jerky.
If I know, if I know anything about the government and the military, they're going to be coming for those cocks after a while. Unfreaking real, dude. All right, well that's hilarious.
Yes.
But
Good,
who has
good, clean fun.
who has the bigger complaint here? Who has the more
Probably the
legitimate
guy whose
complaint?
mom. Well, I mean, she was already dead.
And she did donate her. So if she would have just donated herself to science,
I would say the massive redneck pussy has a bigger
he's got-
complaint
yeah,
because
I think
he's
so.
alive.
He has to
has
live
human
with that.
life and dignity.
Yes.
You have to respect that.
yes, and he went to a doctor. Like whether or not you believe what happened, you went to a doctor and they wrote "what a fucking pussy" on your chart.
That's tough. That's tough. That's,
I mean, no, granted, the other gentleman did not check the detonate my mom box.
Yeah, he said, do not blow her up.
Yeah.
So he does have a complaint.
Specifically said no.
Maybe this guy did
Can we
not
blow
check the
her up?
I'm a massive pussy
No.
box.
It's like the Big Lebowski where they're going to get the receptacle for the Donnie's
for the
receptacle. And he
remains,
just puts his glasses down and slides the paper back across and says, "What is this? What's this right here?" That's nothing. That just says we're not going to blow your mom up. Yeah, well, I don't want that. So how do I make sure that we just no matter what you're saying to me right now, we're on the same page? This right here, I don't want that. Oh, don't worry, it's not going to happen.
2 days later, here's the ashes.
Yeah, just immediately.
Days later.
Immediately.
But what about the Alzheimer's? What about that?
You got good research.
Well, yeah, what did you learn?
Yeah. We learned a lot.
Going through the data right now.
Learned a lot.
Bombs make bodies go kablooey.
We learned a lot, but now have forgotten it.
She'll never suffer from Alzheimer's again.
Yeah. Well, oh God, that's just unbelievable. Luckily, the business is no longer in operation. The gentleman has been arrested for
Turned out the government arrested the guy operating the business for the government.
But
so we're all safe.
But the government themselves has no problem with what they participated in any of this. That's just crazy, and wouldn't have any problem either if they would. How else do you think we're going to get bodies? That's crazy.
Yeah, you got to figure it out. Blow them up somehow.
You do have to blow them up somehow. All right, Scotty.
I would like to know what the conditions of his probation are.
He's on probation?
That's what,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all we got for it.
Yeah, BRC's owner, Stephen
Jesus.
Gore, pleaded guilty to illegal control of an enterprise and is currently serving probation.
That guy's got a hell of a lawyer.
Probably don't blow people up
Yeah.
is one of the conditions.
One of them. Create better forms is the second one. Whatever you're doing.
Yeah, read the check boxes.
It's unbelievable, dude. On probation.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. Legitimate. I'll tell you who has legitimate complaints. Anyone in prison for drugs right now.
Right.
Very legitimate complaint.
There you
Has
go.
the most legitimate complaint.
He's just blowing up Alzheimer's patients on probation.
People's moms. He's blowing up people's moms. Anyways, all right, Scotty, thank you for the news.
You are welcome.
Justin, thanks for joining us.
This is a good time.
It's good.
Interesting when Scott does the news.
Oh, it's always
At
good.
least I don't lose a game.
We knew you were going to lose. That's why we didn't do a game this.
Well,
we want to
appreciate you.
We'll give you a 6-month reprieve from all this. When you start digging, so I mean, Christ, we're in Minnesota. It appears because it's right now. We're coming up on the end of March.
Yeah.
When do you think you're going to start digging the ground again?
Well, hopefully, road restrictions are off in middle of May.
Okay,
And typically by then, frost is gone.
that's when you can start moving.
That's when we can move equipment
big
around.
Equipment.
So hopefully by the middle of next month, 2-3 weeks, hopefully snow's gone.
That's crazy. That's crazy. These two are just sharing stories over here.
It turns out body brokering is a legal business.
Oh, so he was just not brokering bodies correctly.
Body brokering is a legal but virtually unregulated business in the United
And
States.
unregulated.
Of course it is.
He's now at the center of a civil lawsuit filed by 33 plaintiffs who learned their loved ones' remains had not been used as promised for medical research.
Well, I guess nobody really follows up on that. Like if I donated your loved one,
They were not.
if you donated your loved one, you're not going to follow up later. What exactly did the body?
I think
go?
I would.
Would you?
I'm pretty
Or
sure
would
I
you kinda
would.
just
If I gave your dead body to somebody, I'd probably a couple of months down the line be like, "Hey, what'd you find out?"
I don't think I would unless the ashes came back days.
Yeah. Then okay.
Hey, wait a minute.
No, it's a
Doesn't
little
add
bit
up.
suspicious there. Like, okay. Was she even cold?
I feel like you were waiting for this body. Man, that's just freaking crazy. So I got one quick thing just to wrap up before we end. Shout out again to our sponsor, Local 218. I went in there, to do the business transactions, and I had mentioned to PJ that had his magician. He said, I really enjoyed your magician. I said, how'd that go? And he goes, it went really well, except for this one dude that it was some kind of crazy Amish dude that thought that it was dark. And I can't remember what he said it was, but it wasn't dark arts. But he basically said it was really good, except for the one person that basically said, I don't want anything to do with this. And then I just informed them, that was me. That was, and of course, PJ goes, that makes the whole entire thing a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
But I will say this. So coming up next month, they're actually doing a full show. And they're going to sell tickets, and this guy's going to do a full magic show. And I'm excited for it. So I'm going to be
Oh,
going,
you're participating in the
I'm
dark arts now.
Well, I'm more excited to go because I'm most certainly not going to let on that I am interested in the dark arts. This is more of, I'm going to go as a gentleman that is exploring what is happening. I want to know what are people participating in here by going to this magic show. So
Are you going to bring some books?
I got two right here.
I got two right here. I'll bring the Book of Mormon with me. But yeah, so
Oh my God, yeah, just have a Bible.
Crucifix.
The power of Christ compels.
I just want to make the guy sweat. I just want to sit there and make him sweat and make him feel like he has to convince me that well, one, he already told me that it's not real, so we're good.
So you're
Don't
not
worry,
magic.
sir.
just tricks.
Pretend.
Just it's not real magic there, buddy. But anyways, yeah. So if anybody out there is interested, if you're in the area, central Minnesota, on 421, so you can freshen up after your day of debauchery. I believe that's a Saturday, the 21st of April. Tickets are $90 a piece, $160 for a couple, and then I believe dinner is involved with it as well. I'll get some more information exactly how all that will plan out, but just a quick little snippet, and then as the upcoming weeks come, we'll give you guys some more information on it. But mark your calendars. Mark your calendars if you're in the area. This guy's a ton of fun. So, 421.
How do you know I'm
Yeah,
funny?
what are you talking about? You told me. Off.
I didn't tell him to fuck off.
Yes, you did.
I told him he was
Yes,
a
you
wizard
did.
and I will have nothing to do with
Yeah,
it.
I'll have nothing to do with you, sir. I never said fuck off. Yeah, you did.
He's a
I
ton of
said
fun.
good day, sir.
We do not partake. It was fun having him start the story of I don't know, there was this one guy. It's it was me. It was me. I'm sorry, dude.
I'm Amish. Sorry.
And so him and PJ and his girlfriend, who also runs the business with him, both start laughing, and they're like, God, we were trying to figure out who the fuck it would have been, which customer would have been this person. And I'm like, no. And I apologize. And he's like, you don't need to apologize. That's awesome. If I fucked with my magician. So, yeah, maybe he shouldn't practice the dark arts.
It's not real. He told us it's not real.
Yeah.
Think I'm just doing tricks.
Straight up told me that they're just tricks and pranks. Gotcha.
You are going to hell, sir.
Yeah, phony.
Yeah,
Phony.
all right. Thank you to Justin.
Thanks, guys. This was a good time.
Always is. Thank you to the Boutros.
Yes.
And thank you to Gabe Johnson.
No.
Oh, wow. Present. Next week will be the Be Kind Rewind 1990 edition. So
I got to do some homework, take some notes.
Get your stuff ready. Bring your
Hey,
notes.
watch the Super Bowl.
Watch
you
the
got
Super Bowl. I've got a couple of really good ones, so I'm kind of excited for this one. And supposedly Keith Larson is coming. It's been one time.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
know. We've all seen how this one shakes out. So, but stick around for next week because that'll be a ton of fun. Those are some really fun episodes. And then we'll see Justin back in 6 months
Yeah.
after the snow falls
Unless
again.
something happens, work it out one day.
Well, if you hurt your back, we'll just call you a giant redneck pussy.
And then blow up your mom.
It would all make sense.
And with that,
And I would have 2 legitimate complaints.
and with that, we're done. Test.
Dave, how's it going?
It's going well. Is that too close for you?
No, I'm good.
I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I'm gonna go like this so I can turn. Where am I at? Volume.
I already said, Dave, how's it going?
You got to get closer. So and
That's what she
maybe I'll
said.
just turn you up but then you get really loud sometimes.
Only when I get excited, Dave.
You're gonna get excited this time.
Yeah, that's good right there. Scotty?
This episode contains frequent and mildly graphic mentions of poop.
Then
Boom.
and there's the drop.
Yeah.